It says it's 7 o'clock. Let's call the meeting to order. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to
the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, just so that everybody knows, Scott had a death in the family, so he's not able to be here tonight. So I'm going to chair the meeting for him. The agenda, we have some items we need to add to that before we approve it. So number 8 would be the generator contract. Number 9 would be the moratorium. Number 10, short-term rental chart. And number 11, Article 12, pet shop. And that completes it, so we'll take a motion to approve that.
Make a motion.
That's support.
Okay, got a motion. In favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, public time. Anybody wants to speak for 3 minutes? You got it.
Kelly Nolan, Lapeer Township. Susan Hupp was here last month and introduced herself as one of the new appointees to the BAAA. I am the other one. She had some flyers to drop off, but she got here after hours, so she asked me to bring those to you guys tonight. It's for the Senior Power Day. The flyers have a lot of information on it, but I'll just give you a couple things. It's May 20th, it's 9 to 2, Crossroads Village, $5 a person, includes lunch, a train ride, resources, legislative updates. You can get rides on GLTA. There's more information in the back. Can I give this to you?
Yeah, I'll put them on the front counter.
Okay, thank you. There's not very many.
I've seen that advertised on Channel 12, so they're advertising.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we got one. Neil's got all the festivals and everything.
Yeah, from Phil Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty handy too, isn't it? Okay. Anybody else?
I just had a couple of questions that I was hoping you guys might touch on. I know you've touched on these before, but just the data centers, like, are we still maintaining our no data? Yeah.
We're going to bring that up under the moratorium.
Okay.
Item number 9 on the agenda tonight.
Gotcha. And how about detention centers? Is that that's another concern?
The battery storage, is that what you're talking about?
Say it again.
Battery storage?
No. As in
Prison,
immigrants.
you talk about ICE?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Not aware of that one.
I think we have it.
I'd have to look in that.
Hopefully that's not the case.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, we'll move on to the agenda. So we got the consent items. Fire report is in there. We got quite a few fires the last time. I think it said something like 10, 15.
Yeah.
Not all of them were fires. A lot of them were wires down from the winds and things that we had. Got the construction of code minutes.
Grass fires will be starting pretty soon.
Yeah. Got a letter in there from Gabe Lossing, who is running for a state senate in our district, announcing some kind of meet and greet. And we got a letter that Scott sent to the city of Lapeer in regards to our memorandum, our interlocal agreement that we have with them in regards to a proposed zoning change on M24 north of Toro Road on the west side. There's a little parcel of land there that was annexed into the city under one of the annexation hearings. And the city had a proposal for a gas station, a restaurant.
Truck stop.
Yeah, and a truck stop on that piece of land.
That's not,
Well, they denied it.
oh, yeah, and say it's not very big, they didn't anyway.
But, you know, in our interlocal agreement, we had an agreement with the city that they would not vary from what our township ordinances were at the time of the agreement.
Right.
And that would have been something that would be out of line. So I just sent a letter reminding him of that. Okay, and police report.
For April 2026, we took 259 calls for service. You'll see it's quite a bit of a dip from March
Yeah.
because people are coming home from snowbird land. We took 25 complaints handled by other, or 25 complaints were handled by other departments for the month, which is up slightly, but not terrible. We doubled our motor vehicle accidents for the month compared to March, and we had a quarter of us traffic stops.
Was your car deer increase or just accidents?
We believe car deers did increase because of the number of deer dead on the side of the road.
That's good.
We did not take a significant amount of crash reports, so they're hitting them and deciding they just don't want to make a report or whatnot. And quite honestly, a lot of insurance companies aren't even requiring them anymore.
Yeah.
You call and tell them you hit a deer, you need a police report now. Some still say yes, some say no.
Good.
We assisted other departments 8 times last month. 178 property checks last month, which is half from the month before. 25 directed patrols, which is half from the month before. I don't know why that is, but it is. And subdivision checks, just a little bit less than March, 76. 5 officers worked for a total of 294 hours, and we didn't have any training hours. We are anticipating some in May with, there's some required CP credits that the police have to take to satisfy MCOs as well as department shoot and things of that nature. So that should be it for the month, sir.
Domestic doubled just about?
Yeah.
Domestic trouble calls?
Yeah, well, it's more than just domestics. I mean, it could be like a warrant arrest, or it could be
Okay.
like a suspicious. We consider those trouble calls.
Okay.
Those did increase for the month.
So it looks like the majority of the cutback was people coming home from
Yeah.
warm
Exactly.
weather.
Yeah.
We were at 19 or 20 property checks at the beginning of the end of March last year, and we're down to 4 now. So
I remember being up as high as 30.
I've heard the stories.
I bet you most of them wish they hadn't come back
Yeah.
after the weather we've had. So,
Well, thank you, sirs. Ma'am. Yes.
okay, so I don't see a county commissioner for a report.
You get any written on?
No,
Don't see anything.
you were on the table with your library report that came in today.
Okay.
So that's in there.
Got that.
Do you have GMT?
That meeting happens this Wednesday.
Okay, now for minutes, we actually have 2 sets of minutes, one under 3, which is our April 13th minutes, regular board meeting. And then number 6, we had the hearing for the Lori May subdivision for a special assessment district. I'll do them both together or separate?
Yeah.
Both together? Okay, take a motion for those.
So moved.
I'll support.
Okay, got a motion and support for approving the minutes, 2 sets of minutes. In favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Next up is the treasurer's report.
Unless you have questions, nothing to report. Sam and I have been getting audit stuff together, getting ready for audit.
Okay.
Been busy doing that.
When does that show up?
May 19th.
19th and 20th.
Oh, coming right
He
up.
asked us how soon. He goes, how soon? Because there's some people that are due to give birth in his team that do our audit in the beginning of June. And I said, what about the? He goes, oh, that's pretty soon. I said, well, you said how soon? How will make it happen?
Right.
So that will be coming up.
Okay, so we'll take a motion for treasurer's report.
I'll make the motion.
No support.
Okay, those in favor?
Right.
Opposed? Motion carries. The clerk's report.
Any question on the bills? other than that, just getting ready for audit. Eventually, June, we'll be getting ready for election.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills in the amount of $62,271.02.
I'll support.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the payment of the bills, $60,271.02. Those in favor?
Aye.
We gotta
Opposed?
pull the board on.
Oh, we're gonna pull it, do we?
Yeah.
Okay,
Nancy,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Phil,
yes,
Sam,
okay, that passes. So we already did the Lori May. Fireworks contribution. That's from the Chamber of Commerce, it does the fireworks for the 4th of July.
we always do the Whistling Dragon. So, unless you feel as if you wanna change, it's on the back.
Okay,
Yeah.
yep.
Oh, that's the one we always do.
We did which one?
The
Whistling Dragon.
Okay,
I'll make the motion.
I'll support. Middle.
Make a
the amount of
donation,
$250.
yeah, make a donation for the Whistling Dragon amount of $250.
Okay. So we got a motion to make a donation to the Chamber of Commerce for fireworks 4th of July. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now the generator contract. This is from OSC
Yeah,
Incorporated out of North Branch.
Did we use them before?
that's,
Yeah.
Yeah, so last year was the first year we ever did a maintenance
Maintenance
agreement
contract.
with them. So that's who installed our generator, but
Okay, so their proposal for this year, with a radiator flush.
No, that's 27.
Oh, wrong year. 26.
26 is the 8.
Yeah.
so it's,
Oh.
they're doing a 2-year, this is gonna be a 2-year, it is confusing the way I have it written, but. So it'd be April 26, April 27, and then be with the radiator flush, the 1,185. It's a 2-year quote, is what Scott said.
Okay, so it's actually gonna be like $2,000 and something, right?
So you gotta pay them, I mean, we pay them one now and one next year, or what are we doing?
See up here, it says agreement for a year. He said, did he not say it was 2-year?
Well, have they been here for the April 2026 one?
No, they don't tell us.
Yeah, we got a bill yet? For this year?
No,
I didn't say.
we just pay it and they just come.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, the one Scott highlighted is the one that I was,
So we
It's
need
the one we're
just to
approving.
okay the one for next year.
yeah,
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so what I'm looking at, the top line up here, it says April 14, 2005,
To 5
May
11.
11, 2026. So it looks like it's a 1 year.
yeah. So they must have already came out and did April of this year.
So we're approving April 27
Yeah.
Okay.
with the radiator
That's
flush.
why that one's highlighted. So that's
Yeah.
that's the 1185.
Right.
1185.
Right.
So,
Okay, it is. We have a motion for it?
I'll make the motion.
no support.
Any discussion? We discussed it. Okay, those in favor of that motion? Aye. Opposed? Okay, the motion passes. Okay, let's go down to number 9, the moratorium. Okay, so the moratorium that we have talked about is for the data centers and battery storage facilities. And we haven't been approached by anybody yet, but this ordinance here would allow us to have a moratorium for a year to come up with an ordinance to address that situation. So at this time, the moratorium just announces that we have that option in front of us.
Yeah, the language doesn't specifically name out data center. It's allowing the township board
For
to
anything.
place the moratorium. Our attorney suggested we do this because I think it holds up better than just it going to like the planning commission making a zoning amendment. But that is why we're doing it, is for that. It's just that.
So he doesn't think we should, just have a
Well, because this
policy or,
would make it so that like at any meeting, we could hold a special meeting and you could put this on place for a year until the planning commission creates an ordinance.
So you got a year to enact
Yeah.
ordinances pertaining to a particular situation.
I-
And
yeah.
if you can't do it in a year, then you get a one-time extension of 6 months.
Yeah.
okay, I didn't know if they wanted to do
So,
a permanent one.
The last one we did was with waste management for the compost
Yeah.
situation on M24. That was something brand new, it was not in our ordinances, so we declared a moratorium and it gave us a year to a year and a half.
Yeah, because you don't want to just rush and make an ordinance. if
Right,
you
so we
don't-
can make an ordinance after somebody
Yeah,
makes an
this is allowing
application.
it to just,
Okay,
yeah.
So, and what happens is these data centers and battery storage facilities, when we passed our ordinances a long time ago, they didn't exist. And now it's something new that's being introduced in a lot of communities, and nobody's got ordinances prior addressing that. So that allows us to get at it.
okay, that's just why,
So-
they just wanna pass one
Yep.
ahead of
So-
time in government instead of waiting, I don't know.
Well, you don't know how to ordain if you don't know what the
Yeah.
situation is. So the
Okay.
planning commission is recommending to the township board that we pass this ordinance.
Okay. You need a number, ordinance number?
That's just Michael Gilner put it on there.
Yeah, okay, so it's Article 21, Section 2107.07, addressed as moratoriums. So that would be amendment to our ordinance.
Right.
Okay. So did somebody make a motion? I will if nobody did.
Go ahead,
Okay, I'll do it.
I'll
It
support.
came from us.
I'll support.
Okay, so got a motion to approve the moratorium. Those in favor?
Alright.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, and that passes. Number 10, the short-term rental agreement. And that pertains to section 9.04, special land uses in our zoning ordinance. And what happened here was there's a chart. And when they prepared the chart, they forgot to put some X's in some certain boxes. So this is pretty much a correction to our ordinance. But it needs to be the township, planning commission is recommending to the township board that we make those changes. And I'll make that motion.
Okay, we have all the X's we need then?
We do now.
Yeah, now we do.
Okay, I'll support.
Okay. All right, a motion to pass the
Add the
short-term
X's.
rental chart.
Add the X's.
Yeah, add the X's. Okay, those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, and then the last item is local business district, section 13.00, permitted uses to site plan review. So under paragraph 1 and paragraph 2, at M24 and Wilder Road, we have some people that want to put in a pet shop.
Emily City
Pet
Road?
grooming.
What did I say, M24?
Yeah.
Oh,
Emily City Road.
One
Mile.
Okay, M21. They want to put in a pet shop for grooming pets. Our ordinance did not specifically address that particular situation. So they've gone through the public hearings and all this sort of thing. So we, In the red, you'll see that it's gonna address pet shops and animal shelters and pet grooming without any overnight kennel use. So if people bring in the animals, they get treated, they don't get, they don't spend the
Be
night.
working all night.
Yeah, they're in and out. So the Township Planning Commission is recommending to the Township Board that we adopt those changes to that section of the ordinance. And I'll make the motion.
I'll support it. That's the old alarm.
Yeah, an alarm.
Old alarm
Yeah,
building,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so we got a motion and support. Any discussion, questions? Okay, those in favor?
No problem.
Aye.
Okay, aye.
Opposed?
No, I didn't know if you needed an individual vote.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, that takes us to the end of the agenda, but I saw the county commissioner come in. So you're up.
Thank you, appreciate it. Sorry for being late. Metamora Township, which is also our district, has their meeting on the
Same night.
second Monday,
Yeah.
so I went there first. We had a board meeting on April 23rd, and besides approving everything that we had passed on the committee of the whole on April 2nd, which I talked about last month, we approved janitorial service for the CMH West building, the amount of $2,050.65 per month. That building is the former Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. It's been owned by the county, we were running it to the state. They now, of course, are moved to the Rite Aid building, so we're moving some of our departments that's running space at Maple Grove School into a county building. We also approved a contract for maintenance on the uncontrolled incinerator, not to exceed $4,750. Authorized building and grounds director to sell at public auction items no longer needed or used by county departments. We approved 2 part-time senior program workers to replace the 1 full-time senior program worker. The reason for that is the full-time worker came to the department head and said, I'm gonna retire. Because my wife doesn't want me working full-time. So I said, well, do you okay if you work part-time? Yeah. So we'll be able to hire another part-time, so basically we'll have 2 workers for the price of one. We passed a resolution to honor Telecommunications Week, which honors all first responders, police, fire, EMTs. We also placed the senior millage on the August primary. I want to talk about a couple things there. Lapeer City EDA is going to capture their portion. We knew they were going to. In fact, we wrote them a letter, asked them not to, and of course it fell on deaf ears. But in addition, the Elmont Village DDA decided they were going to capture. And I think it's fair to say there's a consensus, unanimous consensus from the board members, that we think it's wrong when we have special voted villages by the people, whether it be seniors, veterans, EMS, that these DDAs capture. Most of them don't.
Yeah,
Most of them
don't.
say, no, that's for those places. So we've appointed a ad hoc committee to address that issue. We also appointed another ad hoc committee to address the issue of sheriff contracts. You may have read in the county press that Elmont has some problems. Of course, the Elmont Police Department is actually the village police department. Mm-hmm. They contract with the township to provide coverage to them. The township is unhappy with the amount they're paying, so they've approached the sheriff, and he's come to us. And just speaking for myself, I mean, contract deputies are a good deal for both the townships and the county. But there's a difference between providing a couple of sheriff's deputies. I mean, Lapeer Township has its own police department, so does Metamora. Attica doesn't, and they have 2 contract deputies. There's a difference between that and hiring 6 deputies to basically form a department in Elmont.
Oh, they want to go with 6?
Well, that's what the deal is. 5.
They want 24 hour service.
Yeah, five road deputies, and then a supervisor. And as a board, I think it's fair to say that we don't think that's a good idea. I mean, the whole idea of being contract deputies is a good deal for the county and the townships, but replacing a whole police department.
It also included a school resource officer.
Although, my understanding is that the county would pay for that anyway, with the law village. But, so we've got an ad hoc committee to deal with that, because it's a whole different ballgame to replace the police department as opposed to even Mayfield, which has 4, doesn't have full time. And so, that's what I've got today. If you got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
So I had a question about the millage, the DDAs that draw off those millages. What percentage do they pull on the total?
Whatever's in the district, their downtown development authority district. Any property which in their district, the tax that this millage raises, they get to use for downtown development.
Yeah, so there's no specific
No.
percentage number?
No.
Okay.
And I mean, over the years, the city has actually given back some of their TIFA money because they don't have any place, because you have to use it in the area. And, but they always have money to spend for downtown. And I don't have a problem with that. They capture our regular millage. And that's, I understand, that's what it's there for. But when the people vote for a special millage, the idea that, this is for seniors, or this is for veterans, or this is for EMS.
Yeah.
I mean, just think it's wrong.
Yeah, they're capturing all those special.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lapeer does.
Yeah.
And now Elmont is as well.
Plus they have an income tax.
Well, yes.
1% if you live in, 0.5% if you live out and work in.
Yeah.
But they got no money for the roads.
So anyway, thank you. I apologize for being late.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. Okay. That completes the agenda. Public time, back to public time, anybody? Sure.
Yeah, I would like to address the millage that he just brought up. This is something that I've talked with a lot of individuals as well as myself, and we wonder exactly how much money the DDA is getting and what really is that money going for. I mean, it's our tax dollars. We have a right to, when we vote for a millage for whether it be veterans or senior citizens, we have a right and we want to know that it's going for that. And a lot of people don't understand that, but people that I have talked to in regards to that issue of them capturing that, they're very upset about that. So I just want to reiterate the fact, as a member of this county and community, that we don't think the DDA needs that, because we're really wondering where it's all going and where's the account to us as taxpayers.
Yeah, most people aren't aware.
I don't think they have to designate what they're using
But
it
do we
for.
have rights to those records of how much money of our taxpayers' monies they are receiving?
I'm on the ambulance board, and I'm not happy about them taking our money either.
Well, yeah, the veterans, we weren't happy about when they took from the veterans.
Yeah.
So I'm just reiterating here publicly
I
that
agree with you.
that people are very upset about that, and what does it really do? I mean, people pay city taxes. I paid city taxes because I worked in the city.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of money. Why do they need to tap into other millages?
Because apparently they can't,
They
and
can't.
they will, and they're going to, until something changes.
Well, I hope we can maybe change that around.
Yeah, I just don't think a lot of people are aware of it.
Yeah.
And, we talk about the library quite a bit, they're attaching that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's being transparent as where are my tax dollars that I pay, where is it truly going?
Yeah, see,
It's kind of like always under the table, and it's like,
yeah, that's kind of why I was asking Greg if there was a percentage they were taking, And if you knew that percentage, you'd know how much they're taking, and you'd be able to ask them,
Yeah.
okay, what are you doing with this, where to go?
Yeah, and make them accountable for those tax dollars of where that's going. They don't give us any information. They don't give us, the public, any information in regards to, well, we've got so many dollars that we tax, that we got attached to on these millages, and it's going for this, this, or this. We get no report
Right.
of where those dollars are going, and we have a right to know that. We know that if it's going for the senior citizens, that it's going to the center or Meals on Wheels or whatever, but we don't know where those dollars are going. So that puts it out.
Yep, I think we're all in agreement with it, it's just, out of our hands.
Yeah, I'm just,
Yeah.
as a public person.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
Oh, go ahead.
No,
I just
go
had
ahead,
a couple. I just had a couple of questions again. You talked about the moratorium and the data centers. Would that be the same in the city, or are they completely
It's
separate?
completely separate.
Yeah.
So you would have no idea.
But they can do that, they can do this as well.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
they have their own planning commission.
Okay, but they could choose also to not have a moratorium.
They may already have an ordinance addressing that
They've
situation.
been working.
They
on
do.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in that case, they wouldn't need it.
Okay. And then the detention centers, just about question about that. Like, would that fall under the category of moratorium?
I mean, it would fall, like, because this could also take care of, like, anything. So
Okay.
I think it could, yeah.
Okay.
That's not been anything that's been discussed here. That's the first
Good.
we're hearing of it, but
Um,
because there's no specific language of a certain instance, it would allow, the township board to place a moratorium for
Okay.
anything.
It's pretty much a catch-all.
Okay. All right. Thank
If
you.
something were to come up down the road that needs to be,
Yeah.
ordained,
Okay.
then we have the time to do it. That's what allows us to do.
Thank you.
Okay, Kelly Nolan, this is a couple questions. First, or one observation first, I'm in Stonecroft subdivision. We went through the whole road situation. Unfortunately, it didn't go through. I understand it would be a hardship for a lot of people, but I looked outside my front window today and one of the neighbors is patching holes in the road in front of our house on his own dime, with his own tools, with his own, time. And I know that that's a county, road thing, but I just wanted to bring that to your attention. The other question that I have is, does Lapeer Township have any kind of blight ordinance?
Yeah.
Does that include grass that isn't cut for weeks at a time? Well, there's a house that's outside of Stony. It's on Turl, so it's not part of. But they've got grass. And we had years ago. I contacted Supervisor Jarvis about one of the subdivision residents, but he was actually not platted in the subdivision.
That's an odd.
Yeah, it is, and that house has since burned down, and those people do keep a lovely yard. But we have this other corner house that's not part of the subdivision, and they're on Turl. But it's just very unsightly. And
So to answer your question, we've got one up the road here ways, and the grass grows up here. So if that happens, then Scott usually sends them a letter telling them to clean it up. If they don't, then he hires somebody to do it, and that bill gets attached to their tax records.
okay, I think that he was at that point when I called previously. There wasn't anything, and he had said that he was thinking about doing something.
It's my understanding, now this is not stone, my understanding is that if they are not a part of the subdivision, they are not a part of the blight rules regarding the height of grass.
Any blight rules
Right.
across the
Height of
township?
grass, Height of grass.
Okay.
Didn't say any other blight, but
Yeah.
height of grass, they can let it go.
They're on Turl, so they're not in.
We
part of the
have on
subdivision.
occasion talked to a couple people at the request of the supervisor, but they could do it, they could not do it, it's completely up to them. If they're part of the subdivision, different story.
Then there's a house that's on Baldwin that I pass by occasionally, and the front yard is filled with army vehicles, and I mean it's just very unsightly. There's army vehicles and campers and construction vehicles, and it just looks like hell. So
Tree cutting business out of there.
but that's all. Thank you.
If you see something like that, just call it to Scott's attention, and hopefully he'll address
I
it.
wasn't planning on seeing anything about it until I watched my neighbor patching the holes in front of my house today. So
Yeah, the road commission may not
Okay,
take
thank
too kindly to
Pardon
that.
me?
Take them out of bottled water.
My husband went out and is probably helping him. I don't know how much more he had in his truck, but my husband did go out, so I ate dinner alone so that I could come here. But
Well, the road commission maintains those. I don't know if they take any offense to that or not, because that's one they don't have to patch.
well, supposedly one of the other neighbors who was also out there, looked like a road commission crew out there standing there, on just leaning on their and he said that he called the road commission last week, and he was told it would be probably 2 weeks because of the really other bad roads that are in
They're really
the
busy
county.
with that.
So anyway,
Okay, anything else? Okay, seeing none, we'll adjourn the meeting.
Can I give my ambulance report?
Oh, you wanna do that first?
No.
That's
about it.
down at the bottom, it's underneath the motion to adjourn. Okay, go
we
ahead.
just
Your
Add a
ambulance
new
report.
policy because of the 8 stations that we have regarding the upkeep and cleanliness and so on of them. We're upgrading the back of the ambulances, computers and cameras with limitations to cover also the back of the ambulance. Emily City, of course, they donate the property, and they need new windows, which we're going to replace. And Station 7, there's a house that they rent, and of course in springtime, they park their car and then ambulance, and we're gonna put in some gravel and stuff, actual parking spot. Other than that, everything's running great. All the training classes, high school kids are still going, the EMT classes. Should have another graduation pretty soon.
Okay, and the planning commission report, pretty much did it during the meeting.
Yeah.
The only thing that I don't think I brought up was the Sladeville meat market out there. They're gonna start serving Country Market, gonna start serving ice cream, so we approved them to put a sign on their building announcing they have ice cream.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so sorry you got that out of the motion out of place there. I kinda knew it being the supervisor. Okay, anything else? Okay, we will adjourn.
Okay.
Thank you.
7:37. What the hell fast was all that?
Philip's
Most
running
people-
meeting.
Well, Scott wasn't here.
We know who talks the most
Scott,
anyway.
yeah. You think he's leaning over the back of the